We start tonight with budget concerns.
Sacramento City Unified is meeting tonight to approve the budget for the next school year, but district leaders admit the financial crisis is not over.
The nearly $1 billion spending plan includes deep cuts and layoffs as they work to avoid running out of cash and losing local control.
ABC 10's Garjpal Sangha is live tonight with the latest update. And Garjpal, they just approved that budget, moments ago?
It did, and they just wrapped up the meeting here about 10 minutes ago. And so the board has made it clear that, yes, they've passed this budget, but things aren't as easy as they want them to be. Sacramento City Unified's $965 million budget for the school year that begins on July 1st is built on estimates for state funding, attendance, and staffing levels. To close a major deficit, the district imposed 20% reductions across nearly every department and eliminated 156 central office positions, saving about $26 million. Board President Jeane says classrooms were protected.
Folks who were employed at the district office may now be employed at school sites, but there were no cuts at school sites.
Last month, a state fiscal watchdog warned that the district could run out of cash by early next year without a state loan. Jeane says new revenue and those reductions have improved the outlook slightly.
I have a lot of hope that the runway is extended.
But even with those layoffs and savings, one question remains unanswered. Why are costs still projected to rise?
That is one of the questions we have, and I'm not entirely satisfied with the answers I'm getting. So we keep asking questions because that doesn't make sense to me.
SEIU 1021 also raised those concerns during the board meeting.
It is very concerning that we can see things like 2% raise for classified staff and a reduction in FTE for our unit, and somehow have a projection of 17% increase in costs for next year.
Even so, board members insist they will do everything possible to avoid a state takeover.
Our top goal is to avoid insolvency by to avoid any loans as possible. And then if we do have to take loans, that they are as small as possible so we can repay them as quickly as possible.
And so when it comes to the question of why salaries are increasing in this upcoming budget when they've already laid people off, there was an explanation given. It was somewhat complex, but the simplest way that I can explain it is when mid-school year hires cost less initially, but if that position is kept, then you have to factor in that full position for the next school year. So that is the answer they've been given. They're saying they should have better numbers after July 1st, especially as the state finalizes their methods and their numbers. But the board knows that changes are ahead, that they're not out of the woodworks just yet. Reporting live from the Cerna Center, Garjpal Sangha, ABC 10.
Okay, Garjpal, we do thank you for that update tonight. And listen to this. The board says they're also considering a new parcel tax to help generate revenue. The tax would go on the ballot in November. An update is expected on that possible tax in July.